Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this workshop, the 100-Day Fitness Challenge workshop. To better understand the benefits, I'm going to go through every single muscle group and benefits of our 5 core exercises. Today, you're going to learn why we do what we do and the reason behind it. What that's going to give you, it's going to give you a better understanding that everything you do has a purpose. And when we understand that everything we do has a purpose, we move differently. We truly do. We make more effort. We can visualize the muscle group. We can understand the benefits of what we do. And that gives us confidence that we're going to push through those hard days ahead. As you know, the challenge progression goes into 4 phases. The first phase we see here is right on the slide right here. So day 1 to 25, we're going to build a nice solid foundation. This is like building a house. Nothing will stand unless the foundation is set first. Even though we're going to be challenged to push a little bit harder during the foundation, it is important to stick within the margins that I've set up for us. For your own better, it's going to allow you to really prep up every single muscle group, as we can see through the 5 exercises that we're going to be doing, which is the squat, the push-up, the alternating lunges, the jumping jacks, and the elbow planks. The 100-Day Fitness Challenge is designed to progressively build strength, endurance, and overall fitness through the consistent daily practice. It's not about how hard you're pushing. It's not how many reps you're making. It's not about you challenging other people on the leaderboard. Of course, that brings motivation. But remember, the most effective thing is about streaks. We want to have consistency on our showing up on a daily basis so that number one, we're building the habit. We're building the mindset. And we are expanding our capacity to go into the different phases without burnout. So keep that in mind. I want to give you this quote that I love. It is, exercise is medicine. It's so simple. The way it works is that if you take it in a consistent basis, it will have its effect, his benefit. And just like any medication, the dosage is important. You can overdose on medication and really get sick. It does the opposite. So let's keep that analogy and metaphor with fitness, and especially during the fitness challenge. All right? So we're going to go into the exercises now. All right? So the squat. Let's introduce this from form to technique. The squat is a fundamental lower body exercise that mimics the natural sitting position. Proper form is essential for maximum benefit in injury prevention. We want to guard our knees. We want to guard our back and our neck. We don't want to get injured while we are exercising. So proper form, it's very important. You can always send me a recording of your exercise so I can coach you and I can see if we need to do any modification on your positioning. So send those over to me through the app whenever you have a little bit of doubt that maybe I can take a look at your form for just a little tweak or two, all right? So when we do the form, points to want to consider. We want to consider our feet and shoulder width apart. Toes straight, turn out slightly. We want to keep the chest and the back straight, okay? Core engaged. We want to bend the knee, just crack them over the toes and then collapsing inward, okay? So we want to have the knees not collapsing inward, right? We want to keep them always aligned with knee and hip and shoulder width, right? So those are the alignment, very important. We want to have the weight of our body, the weight on our heels and not on our toes. We want the depth of the thighs to go parallel to the ground or as deep as comfortable as you can be. Primary muscle groups during the squat exercise are the quadriceps. This is the front thigh, right? The front thigh. We have the hamstring, the back thigh, the glutes, which is our buttocks, the core, which helps in stabilization, and your calf muscle, which is your lower legs. The benefits overview of squats is a compound exercise, meaning you are working more than one muscle group at a time. Benefits of that? You're going to be burning more calories. Very efficient. It's going to stress the body a little bit more. And so it's going to recruit more muscle groups. As we can see, 5 muscle groups to really do one movement. It's phenomenal. And you're going to see through this presentation tonight that every single exercise that has been picked, it's going to be fundamentally a compound exercise which is strengthening the whole body, more than one muscle group. This is fantastic for improving mobility, balance, and functional strength for everyday's activities. Let's move on to the benefits of this muscle in detail. Like I said before, when we understand and we have knowledge, we gain a certain perspective on what we do. In the long run, on the hard days that we don't feel as motivated, we're gonna know why we do. And that's gonna be the edge, okay? Quadricep development usually is the first sign of aging. Science and new research in muscular science and longevity is being given us cues that the stronger our legs are, the more muscle we have, the longer we're gonna live. And this is a very, very beautiful insight which gives us access to information we didn't have before. We also are preventing injury. When squatting, primary target is the quadriceps, right? The front thighs. We're promoting strength and endurance in these essential muscles used for walking, running, and climbing, and aren't those activities that we want to be able to do and enjoy for the rest of our life here, right? The glute activation and strength is one of the most components of the buttocks, which is one of the most powerful muscles that we have in our, during the squats. And it's essentially at the bottom of the movement. Okay, so when we are on the bottom of the movement of the squat, we're actually activating the glutes, okay? So strong glutes, it's going to improve posture, athletic performance, and help prevent lower back pain. And isn't that something that we want to be able to enjoy for a long, long time, for as long as we can, okay? So hamstrings engagement, the hamstring, the back thigh, all right? The hamstrings work as a stabilizer during squats. It creates a balanced leg development and reduces the risk for knee injuries through improved muscle balance. Very important for a lot of my students that are hurting on their knees. They've been runners or athletics before. We have this issue going on with the quads, that if the hamstring is not properly being developed, it's going to create muscle imbalance, and that throws off the kinetic chain and throws off the balance of pretty much the fascia that holds the quad and the knee together. The whole alignment gets all thrown off, and that breaks into compensation, the law of compensation, which causes muscles to be working more and develop more. So we want to be able to have the balance between the front and the back of the leg, and squatting, hamstring activation and engagement is very important through proper positioning. Core stabilization, it's a great way to really look at how our core is engaged during the squatting movement, especially going down the lowering part. So we want to really engage the core so that the rib cage is compressed and we're pulling in and really breathing out, not holding our breath when we go down, but actually having a very natural breathing flow when we are squatting. Functional benefits of squatting: improved mobility, bone density, metabolic impact, and hormone production. These are wonderful, wonderful words which actually let us know that longevity, right? It's going to be key here. Regular squatting enhances hip, knee, ankle mobility, which are part of the top 2 recurring surgical procedures in the United States: knee replacements and hips. Bone density. As a weight-bearing exercise, squat helps increase bone mineral density and reduces the risk of osteoporosis, right? So that's the weakening of the bone, and it's the breakage of the bone, okay? It gets frail and then it breaks. This is what causes a lot of hospitalizations for elderly people. Metabolic impact. The metabolism is the fire for which we are going to sustain a healthy body composition. Engaging large muscle groups like the quads, and later we're going to talk about the other one, which is the pec when we do the push-ups, increases calorie burn during and after exercise. This is the after effect. So, but the beautiful thing about having a high metabolism is the fact that 72 hours after you're working out, your metabolism is still burning. You're still burning calories, even while you're asleep. So these are great news. Okay, guys, so hormone production. Compound exercise like squat stimulates growth hormone. Great growth hormone, right? And testosterone production, supporting overall muscle development. Okay, so testosterone is the key to muscle growth, and squatting produces and allows the body to be producing growth hormones and testosterone production. Okay, so connection to daily activities. The squat mimics movements we perform on a regular basis: sitting, standing, when we are driving, climbing stairs, lifting objects, playing with children. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So next time you're doing squat, have an image of you understanding this, play around with the knowledge, study it. The more you listen to this presentation, the better you're going to get acquainted, and you're going to really understand what I'm talking about. It takes time, and you can break it down. I know this is going to be a lengthy presentation, so you can break it down in section. But I find it very fascinating. That's why I always want to create this engaging educational series for you guys to really keep you ahead of the science and the knowledge. And also because I find it fascinating. I think that our body are miracles in place, right? So the more we know about them, the more we get to enjoy them and appreciate them. I always say that if we are having technical issues with our phone, we're going to take it to the Apple store. We're going to take it to a technician that it's going to be who is the manufacturer, right? So we're our bodies. Well, the manufacturer is God. He created us. He knows best. So, you know, it's the more we get to really understand how our manufacturer engineered us, he designed us, and we have our science that really, it's just amazing the way this body works. So, let's talk about push-ups. All right, so form and technique, like always, push-ups is a fundamental upper body exercise that strengthens muscle groups simultaneously while requiring no equipment. Isn't that wonderful? That we can do push-ups with no equipment. And look at the benefits of this. Look into it. Key form points when we do the push-up. So hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Body forms a straight line from back to heel. The core is engaged throughout the movement. Lower body, you lower the body until the chest nearly touches the floor. The elbows are approximately 45-degree angle, okay? to body and push through the palms to return to a starting position. Primary muscles when we do a push-up: pectorals, chest muscles, deltoids, shoulders, core. There you go again. Back. We have the tricep, which is the back of the arm, and the serratus anterior, which is the muscle along the ribs. Okay? So the benefits overview: push-ups are a versatile compound exercise. Compound, we heard that before, right? We are actually working more muscle groups at once, just like the squat, and we build upper body strength, enhance core stability, and improve posture while being adaptable to all fitness levels. That's wonderful, right? You can start at any age doing push-ups. Start on your knees, gradually move up to regular plank, right? Push-ups, muscle benefits in detail. This is one of my favorite slides when it comes down to really breaking down everything about the science of muscle and activation and the benefits of functional applications to this exercise. So, chest development. Push-ups primarily target the pectoral muscles, promoting strength and definition across the entire chest. The pectoralis major and minor, okay, work together to control the movement of the arms and shoulders. So your triceps are actually secondary muscles that are supporting your primary muscles, right? Shoulder stability, very important for those of you that are having pains on your shoulders. You want to rehab. Push-ups is a great exercise to really rehab your deltoids. So the deltoid muscle, front, side, rear, are heavily engaged during the push-ups. So improving shoulder strength and stability. Usually when there is a weakness in your shoulders is because you have actually been overly using other muscles, and so you're undertrained your shoulders. So this is a great exercise to really strengthen that mechanics and your rotator cuff and strengthening of that push-up isometric, really pushing off from the floor. This translates to better posture and reduces the risk of shoulder injuries. Our tricep strength, which is our secondary muscle, is just really complements, it supports the eccentric phase. So when we are lowering the body, this is all triceps is engaged there, okay? It is supporting the movement. The tricep brachii, which is the back of the arm, okay, works to extend the elbow during the upward phase of the push-up. Strong triceps improve arm definition and enhances performance in other pressing movements, okay? So obviously we are strengthening the tricep. So if you play basketball or play tennis, you're gonna use the tricep. So this is a great muscle that gets strengthened while you're doing push-ups, and it's gonna help you during your backhand stroke, okay? Or just dribbling the basketball ball. Couple of examples there. Additional benefits: the serratus anterior development, often called the boxer muscle. The serratus anterior is strengthened during push-ups, improving shoulder function, again, and reducing risk of shoulder impingement, okay, which is some of the biggest complaints I get. Wrist and forearm strength. The position of the hands during push-ups builds stability and strength in the wrist and forearms. I do recommend you do a little bit of wrist warm-up before you are doing push-ups. It just brings a little bit more blood flow into it. Improve body awareness. Push-ups enhances proprioception, which is body awareness and muscular coordination, okay? Adaptability. Push-ups can be modified for all fitness levels, like I said before, from wall push-ups for beginners to advanced variations like plyometrics or one-arm push-ups, okay? The functional applications of our push-ups, the strength development through push-ups translates into improved performance during pushing and lifting objects, carrying children, opening heavy doors, or moving furniture, just a few, okay? Let's move on to our legs. Alternating lunges. Let's introduce this movement because this movement brings a lot of confusion to a lot of people. it is very form centric. So let's really keep the form front hand right now. So let's understand that start with your feet with hip width apart, standing tall. You step forward with one leg into a lunge position. Now this is where it gets technical. The picture is showing someone doing it wrong, and I want you to remember that picture. That is a wrong, and it's really a good visual of what you should not be doing. Notice this, the lower body, it's gonna lower until your knees are making 90 degrees, but your knees not touching the ground. The front leg is also doing a 90 degree. Right, so you have the front and back knee doing 90 degrees. Okay, push through the front heel to return to the starting position, and you alternate legs with each repetition. When we are counting repetitions, and there is, for example, 30 per leg, right, it will be a 60 total count. All right, let's move on to primary muscle groups. Quadriceps, which is the front of the squat, the hamstring, which is the back of the thigh, the glutes, which is the buttocks, the calves, lower body, and our core stabilization always engaged. The benefits overview: alternating lunges builds lower body strength while improving the balance, coordination, and functional mobility. They target muscles unilaterally, helping correct imbalances between sides of the body. This is a big one because muscle imbalances create other issues down the line. Okay, let's move on to the alternating lunges muscle benefits into detail. I love this slide. So lower body strengthening and balance. Quadricep development, it's heavily engaged during the lowering and rising phases of the lunge, particularly in the front leg. This builds strength and endurance in these essential muscles used for walking, running, and climbing. Aren't disconnected to our longevity example before? Don't we want to have long, strong legs in our 90s, 100s? Why not 130? Let's go. Glute activation and shaping. Alternating lunges powerfully targets the glutes muscles, especially the gluteus maximum. Okay, maximum for the biggest part of the glutes, the one on top, and then you are stepping and pushing motion creates significant tension in these muscles, promoting strength and definition. Hamstrings engagement, beautifully again, we want to balance that hamstring and front and back. The hamstring works eccentrically, which is basically not contracting, okay, during the descent, and concentrically, it is actually contracting, all right, during the ascent, okay? So when we are coming back, we are actually engaging the hamstring. We are squeezing the muscle, concentric, with concentration, okay? Also done as the positive, right? We have a positive and negative side of lifting. And then we want to be able to understand that this movement creates balanced leg development. A key component of fitness is balance and symmetry, and improving strength ratios between quadriceps and hamstrings. The unique benefits of alternating lunges are unilateral training. Working one leg at a time helps identify and correct strength imbalances between sides of the body, something that sometimes we can't do when we do squats. Balance and coordination. The dynamic stepping motion improves proprioception, okay, which is body awareness, balance, and overall body awareness. Hip mobility. Regular lunging improves hip flexion and flexibility, hip joint range of motion. Functional movement patterns. Lunges mimic the walking and stepping motion used in everyday life, making them highly functional. All right, so functional is another definition of how we are utilizing them in the real world. When we are walking, when we're hiking, climbing stairs, running or sprinting, sports performance, and so forth. Let's move on to our jumping jacks introduction. All right, so form and technique, let's start with this. Jumping jacks are a basic full body cardiovascular exercise, improving your metabolism, which combines lower jumping and upper body movement, maintaining and making them excellent for warm-up and boosting heart rate. Let's talk about form. Start with your feet together and arms by the side. You're gonna jump feet outward while raising your arms overhead. Jump feet backward while lowering your arms. Land softly. Remember to think about a cat, landing soft with slight knee bend to absorb the impact. You're gonna maintain a upright posture throughout the time. You're gonna move forward, keep your eyes open, and breathe naturally. Perform breathing rhythmically with the movement. Don't hold your breath when you're doing the jumping jacks. All right? Stay calm, stay relaxed, enjoy the movement, nice and flow. Primary muscle groups, and we're gonna work on pretty much the cardiovascular system. We talked about it, but we're gonna get activation. It's a wonderful exercise to strengthen and condition your quadriceps, the front thighs, your calf muscles, lower thighs, the deltoid, which are your shoulders, your hip adductors, right? This is a new one, right? The abductor. So the abductor muscles. These are the muscles on the side of your leg, okay, on the sides. And your core. Love the core is always stabilizing us and helping us. Jumping jacks provides an effective cardiovascular workout while engaging multiple muscle groups simultaneously. They improve coordination, increase heart rate, and can be performed anywhere with no equipment. There you go. I love this because these are all upper body. These are all body weight exercises that we can do anywhere with no equipment, no excuses. Right? Jumping jacks muscle details. This is my favorite. It's cardiovascular and full body benefits. Again, cardiovascular and full body benefits. Isn't that great? We don't need equipment. Cardiovascular conditioning. We don't need a jump rope. We're doing jumping jacks. Okay. And if you have knee problems for the beginning, you can do walking in place and clapping your hands, lifting your knee, just walking in place. You're gonna be clapping your hands in between your knees. So you're gonna lift the leg up and clap your hands in between your legs and alternating, and that can be sufficient. If you do those at the right amount of count, it's gonna be counting just like a jumping jacks. Jumping jacks elevate your heart rate quickly, improving cardiovascular endurance and efficiency. Regular practice strengthens the heart and improves circulation throughout the body. Lower body activation. The jumping motion engages the quadriceps, calves, and hips abductors. These muscles work together to power the jumping movement and stabilize the landing, building strength and endurance in the lower body. Shoulder mobility. When we bring our arms up, the arm raising component of jumping jacks targets the deltoid, the muscle, while improving shoulder mobility and range of motion. If you have any stiff shoulders, frozen shoulders, this is great. Get that moving, get that blood flow going. We don't have a lot of blood flow, that's why actually shoulders get frozen. Okay. This helps counteract the effects of prolonged sitting and hunch posture. Additional benefits. We have the coordination improvement, the synchronized arm and leg movement, enhances neuromuscular coordination and body awareness. Calorie burning. As a dynamic full body exercise, jumping jacks are effective for calorie expenditure and metabolic boost. Bone density. The impact of landing creates beneficial stress on bones, primarily increasing bone mineral density over time. Lymphatic circulation. The pumping action of muscles during jumping jacks helps stimulate lymphatic flow, supporting immune function. The versatility of this workout and adaptability, jumping jacks can be modified to suit different levels of fitness. Step jacks, which we talked about, you could just walk in place, tabular style interval, weighted jacks, power jacks with jumps, they can be also put into place. Let's go into the elbow plank. Elbow plank is a fundamental isometric core exercise that builds strength and stability throughout the entire body while requiring minimal movement. Key forms during the elbow plank: position your forearms on the ground, elbow under the shoulders, very important. Okay, create a 90-degree angle. Extend your legs straight behind you, toes tucked under. Create a straight line between your head and your heels. Keep your core engaged by drawing your navel towards the spine. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears, right? Bring them down. Maintain neutral neck position and gaze slightly forward, okay? Primary muscle during the elbow plank. We have the rectus abdominal, which is your front abdominal muscle, the transverse abdominals, the deep core, your obliques, which is the side abdominals. You have the erectospinae, which is your lower back, and the shoulders, your deltoid and rotator cuff. Great exercise to really strengthen that rotator cuff. Again, the elbow planks build core strength and stability while engaging multiple muscle groups simultaneously. It improves posture, reduces back pain, and enhances overall fitness with no equipment necessary, which is my favorite part. The elbow plank muscle benefits in detail, core strength, and full body stability. During this deep core activation, you want to breathe normally. The elbow plank powerfully engages the transverse abdominal, the deepest abdominal muscles that wraps around your spine and organs. You want to just breathe normally. You don't want to hold your breath. You want to breathe, flow, and then this muscle is crucial for core stability and protecting the lower back during everyday movements. Isn't that another muscle that we want to strengthen for our longevity? Okay, rectus abdominal strengthening. The six-pack, also called the rectus abdominal, works isometrically during the plank to maintain. The word isometric meaning that it is actually creating force internally, and so it maintains the strength body position. It maintains the strength by holding the body position. That's what I meant. The building endurance and strength without the spinal flexion of traditional crunches or sit-ups. As you know, when you are thinking about sit-ups, you are doing a spinal flexion. This one, no, it's isometric. You're just gonna basically create force from within. It's like pushing the wall. That's another isometric movement. The back muscles develop. Actually, your back muscles are being developed when you do the elbow plank. The erector spinae and other back muscles work in coordination with the abdominals to maintain proper spinal alignment. This balance strengthening helps prevent and alleviate back pain. Okay, so this is great for anybody with back issues. I would recommend start slow. If you continue to have pain, I recommend going to the doctor and get it checked out. And additional benefits: improve posture. Regular planking strengthens the muscles needed to proper posture, helping counteract the effects of prolonged sitting and hunch position. So great for office work. If you spend a lot of time sitting down at the office, at the desk, this is something that it's going to be fantastic for you. Your glute activation. Proper plank form requires engagement of the gluteal muscles, which helps improve hip stability and lower body alignment. Mind-body connection. The isometric nature of planks enhances the body awareness and muscle control, improving overall movement quality. Metabolic effect. During the exercise, your plank engages multiple muscles groups simultaneously, creating a significant metabolic demand. Okay, the more muscle we activate, the more we are actually asking the body to give us more energy, and that energy is coming from calories. You're burning more calories, and you are actually enhancing your metabolism and body fat composition. So functional carryover on a day-to-day, great for walking and running. Lifting heavy, and also helps with lifting techniques and being safe on that. Okay. The progressive challenge structure. So we're gonna go into now the actual technical side of going deeper understanding during these 100 days, the building strength and how does the challenge really is structured. We're gonna go deeper into each element. The 4 distinct 25-day phases, each is designed to progressively increase intensity and build upon previous gains. The systematic approach ensures continuous improvement while minimizing plateau effects. And this is a key, plateau effects, remember that. Phase 1 foundation. We are establishing proper form and building baseline strength with manageable repetitions, focus on technique and consistency to create the habit. Phase 2, we are working on development. Phase 2 requires 25 days again, from 26 to 50. We are increasing repetition to the challenge muscle group beyond initial adaptation. The body responds by building more core strength and endurance. Phase 3, it's an advancement phase. We're going from day 51 to 75, further increasing repetitions to push physical limits. Significant improvement in strength, endurance, and body composition becomes noticeable. Okay. And in phase 4, we have days from 76 to 100. This is really strengthening and pushing through, finishing strong. At this phase, we're going all out, all max in with the reps. And here we're gonna see maximum growth and endurance. The science of progressive overload is a structure that is based on the principle of progressive overload, gradually increasing the stress placed on the body during exercise to continuously stimulate adaptation. It's one of the biggest complaints people make when they start exercise. They stop seeing results. This program, it is designed to actually stimulate adaptation phases so that you don't get stuck in plateaus. You're always going to be making improvements psychologically too, mental strengthening. Okay, so we have a neural adaptation. This is the initial strength gain that comes from improved neuromuscular efficiency. Your brain gets better at recruiting muscle fibers. Muscular hypertrophy. With continuous challenge, muscle responds by increasing in size and strength. Cardiovascular improvement. Heart and lung capacity increases to meet the demands of more intense exercise. Structural strengthening. Bones, tendons, and ligaments become stronger to support increased loads. The benefits of this 4-phase approach is sustainable progress, injury prevention, measurable achievement, and mental resilience. Okay, guys? One of the greatest structures about this program is our community. It is a strong support system. It is the power of group participation. Participating in the 100-Day Fitness Challenge as part of a community creates a powerful support system that enhances motivation, accountability, and overall success. Enhanced motivation because being part of a group creates a positive peer pressure and inspiration. Seeing others succeed makes your own goals seem more achievable, while shared enthusiasm helps overcome motivational slumps. So, built-in accountability, knowing others are experiencing your participation, creates external accountability. This significantly increases adherence rates, and especially on days when internal motivation is low. The emotional support that you get from our community provides encouragement during challenges and celebrates your victories, of all, this emotional support system helps manage stress. Psychological benefits of community fitness, well, increases dopamine. Social interaction during exercise boosts dopamine release, enhancing the pleasure and reward associated with physical activity. Reduces stress. Group fitness has been shown to lower cortisol levels more effectively than solo workouts, reducing stress and anxiety. The improved mood, the combination of exercise endorphins and social connection creates a powerful mood enhancing effect. Increased empathy, sharing challenges builds understanding and compassion among participants, creating a deeper connection. Ultimately, I want everybody to really know each other very well so that we can all become friends. Supporting fellow participants, this is one of the biggest things, is that we actively contribute to the community support system. You make the community happen. So I encourage you to really be engaged. Check in regularly, acknowledge efforts, schedule body workouts, offer help with form. Okay, you guys can communicate what to each other. You guys can even do, hey, organize some workouts together, just get it done. All right, I'm also going to be offering, community workouts, which is another way for me to boost our engagement and regularly check it in with you guys, and creating offers to really, and prices that the reward participation and streaks. The community value is a shared progress. As I said before, you are the community, so please be involved in the community. We track and celebrate together. Sharing the journey through the 100 Fitness Challenge creates a powerful community bond and enhances the individual success through a collective progress tracking and celebration. As we can see, the leaderboard in our community where we post and we celebrate. Milestone recognition, yes, we are acknowledging both individual and group achievement. Key points, the 25, the 50, 75, and 100 days, creating momentum and reinforces commitment. These celebrations become motivational anchors for us throughout the challenge. Visual progress tracking, yes, share progress board charts, which we do on a continuous basis. Also, sharing selfies is a great way to really acknowledge your achievements so we can celebrate you. Digital trackers make the collective journey visible. This visualization reinforces consistency and creates friendly competition while highlighting the commutative achievement. Ideas for progress sharing, check-in threads, day or weekly threads where you can share your completion status and challenges and win. Photo evidence, optional for everybody, or video. Share your exercise completion, especially for milestone days, okay? Progress metrics, sharing improvements in form, endurance, or other measurable aspects beyond just completion. Reflection points. As you can see, during the week, we are asking, for a gratitude of attitude. So posting what you're grateful most, or a motivational quote that really pushes you. Even sharing your music playlist if you have a song or two that really resonate with you during the challenge, please share it. Yeah, celebration ideas that we have put together are digital badges. We have virtual meetups. We have small reward systems. We have completion ceremony. We have a success spotlight. And we have progress journals as well. So these are going to be available throughout the challenge, and also are some of the perks that we give out compared to the other companies that don't have much showing. As you can tell, this is not just an app which walks you through a workout. This is actually a live community. Creating a culture of learning. This is one of the objectives today, is to really engage you into the experience so that you can actually know more. And this is going to avoid pitfall, which, can create discouragement. So when you know more, you act differently, you're more prepared. Injury prevention, absolutely. I will be sharing proper form techniques, and we have the videos to show that. Very, very important that you watch the videos if you're not familiar with the exercises. And don't forget to warm up before you exercise. That really helps to also cool down. Collective, the community combined knowledge exceeds what an individual member or leader could provide. So what you contribute to the community, it enhances everybody. We have a knowledge sharing platform. You can go to your resources and you can activate many resources there, including this webinar. The knowledge sharing platform is a discussion forum. We have form check videos, mini workshops like today, and community wiki, which is some of the things like that we have on it to be share with you what these exercises are for. Benefits of the physical benefits across all exercises is comprehensive strength development. So really, to do a recap, we are working a lot of muscles. We are doing the lower body strength, upper body power, core stability, improved balance, better coordination, increased endurance, enhanced mobility, improved posture. So it doesn't get more comprehensive than that. You're hitting every angle: mental, emotional, stress reduction, mood enhancement, social compatibility, knowing that you're part of something greater and bigger than just being solo during the workouts, and your accountability. So we share motivation, we are collective celebration, we have friendly competitions, our lasting relationships, group problem solving, social connection, and knowledge exchange. These are the community value aspects that only this you can experience in a community. The compound effect, well, the true power of the 100-day challenge comes from the compound effect: consistency and progression. The daily practice builds momentum and creates lasting habits that extend beyond the challenge. You'll see. And you can always, repeat this challenge when you're done. So there will be other levels as well, different exercises, and different opportunities to plug in. So I want to thank you for checking in with me, for listening, giving your attention. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I want to leave you with a quote with former President John F. Kennedy: "Physical fitness is not only one of the most important keys to a healthy body, it is the basis of dynamic and creative intellectual activity." I want to thank you for tonight, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye for now.